Am I wrong for ruining my sister-in-law's honeymoon by exposing her racism? I don't think what I did was an move at all, but maybe the timing was a bit off, but no, I don't think I'm an full stop. I am 27-year-old female and my sister-in-law, 30, got married last weekend. She's my long-term boyfriend's sister. They're white and I'm Middle Eastern and a dark one with raven black hair. She was looking for a photographer that didn't bankrupt her, so I suggested a friend of mine who's new in business and charged less than half because these things cost over 5,000 euros these days. She was excited and I set a group chat with her and my photographer friend. We talked a little and later they met and they started messaging directly to each other. The wedding was amazing and everything went smoothly. I was one of the guests and she seemed happy. The next day, they went off to their honeymoon. I don't know if it was by mistake, but instead of texting the photographer directly like she's done for the past few months, she texted him to our old iMessage chat. She thanked him, but had a favor to ask him and wondered whether he could retouch some asymmetry in the flowers archway. I'm sorry, I don't know the right terms in English, but also if he could take me off some photos, because I'm too dark and ruined the color palette. Not all pictures. Just the ones she's in. I texted back, "Are you kidding me?" She didn't answer. I took a screenshot and posted it on my Insta story tagging her in it. She called my BF crying her eyes out, calling me an for embarrassing her and ruining her honeymoon. BF thought it was a low blow. I was blinded with rage when I did it, but even now I'm calm. I still don't feel that I was an But people have been contacting her apparently asking if she really wrote this. She's so beautiful and successful, so please don't blame it on jealousy or scare of being outshined. My husband of 2 weeks said that he could see himself cheating on me in the future. Before I even start with this insanity, I'd like to give a bit of context. We are newlyweds, both 30s, got married 2 weeks ago. And last night, we were in bed having some conversations about the future and the topic of cheating came up. He brought it up, and he said that he could see himself cheating in the distant future. I gasped at this, though really thought he was just teasing/messing with me. But he told me to give him time to explain and said that he doesn't see cheating as something that's that bad because if and when he gets tempted and decides to step out on our marriage and cheats, he'd just miss and want me more. He'd really be showing himself that no other woman can be as good as I am for him. That he'd come to a conclusion that he only wants a stable and serious relationship with me regardless of who he meets/gets attracted to in the years to come. In other words, he wants to compare other women to me to be able to come to a conclusion that I'm the one for him. Oh God. I wish he was just joking cause he has a dark sense of humor, but looking into his eyes at that moment really sent chills down my spine, not gonna lie. It wasn't pretty, and I felt uneasy. This interesting view on cheating he has is just not something I'd expected nor seen coming. I don't know what to feel about this. It ruined the mood for us, and he started calling me unreasonable to be that upset when he's done nothing yet but was just being honest and giving his opinion on the subject. Am I wrong for telling my housemate his girlfriend can't stay anymore? I share an apartment with a friend I've known for years. We are both 24-year-old male. We have had this place for over a year and haven't had any real issues. We get along well and do heaps together. He works full-time, I am a university student and we split all bills, food, and rent down the middle. We hate the idea of share houses and just want it to feel like a home. A few months ago, he started seeing a girl named T who spends every day and night at our place. T is also a university student and hates her studio apartment. Until recently, I have had no issue with T being here and have never asked her to pay for anything. She eats all meals at our place and takes food to uni if she needs. The way I see it, housemate and I just buy a bit more food and it really doesn't matter. The other week, I got home from uni, went to the kitchen to make a coffee. I had an assignment I needed to work on so wanted to pick me up, and when I opened the fridge I noticed some Red Bulls. I just assumed my housemate had gotten them for us, so I grabbed one and drank it. The next morning at breakfast, T opened the fridge and then got super angry that one of her Red Bulls was missing. I said it was me and that I thought my housemate had gotten them. She started telling me how she bought them for herself and I should have asked and that I needed to apologize for taking it. I was going to tell T that it's my fridge and I shouldn't have to ask if I can have stuff in it, but didn't want to start a conflict, so just apologized. She demanded I buy her a replacement. Since then, she has started labeling any drinks or food she brings for herself and makes a point of saying it's hers. After all this, I have said to my housemate that I don't want her staying at our place unless she is going to start paying rent, paying for bills and pitching in to pay for food. I don't want to pay for her anymore, just so that she can abuse me for taking a drink from my own fridge. Delivery guys didn't deliver. So we just moved and threw away a lot of furniture and bought new from IKEA. We paid for delivery home because there was no way it'd fit in the car. So the day comes for the delivery to be made, the truck pulls up, 2 guys jumps out and moves all packages from the truck with nice handy trolleys, and they put the items on the pavement, roughly 2 meters away from the truck. And we asked if they could help because it'd be faster if we could use their trolleys instead of carrying everything, but no, they didn't want that. However, if we paid them $50, they'd gladly help. And my mom asked if she could get a receipt for that, and they said no because they wanted it under the table. And my sister went, but that's illegal, and oh boy did they become sour after that. Their attitude changed drastically and they were short with answers and just unpleasant and demanded we'd be quick because they had more places to go. So my dad and sis started carrying in things one by one, walking slowly. And there were about 18 items to be brought inside. Wardrobe and bookcase parts, so the big annoying things basically. And my mum ran back and forth between the pavement and our hallway to make sure everything was there, so she could check all boxes, because she refused to sign anything until she was certain everything had been delivered. And the pissed off delivery guys were getting even more annoyed because they couldn't leave until she'd signed the papers, and they tried hurrying us up. But instead Mum kept running back and forth like a headless chicken, acting like the most confused woman I've ever seen. She even threw in a comment saying how if only they'd been willing to give a receipt it would be finished already. When it was all finished and papers were signed, my sister happily, and with a massive smile, said to have a wonderful day. And they grumpily answered the same.